Hey guys, this is the Duda 2, and I'm continuing with part 2 of my jumping to the center. Last video I covered the small knight jump, and we went over some different variations to go over some basic concepts for the small knight about cutting and how safe it is to run with. This video I want to go over both the large knight's jump and the double jump, the two-space extension toward the center, to see how safe it is. This is by request. There's been a lot of people wondering about moving into the center, so I figured I'd look it up, try to get some good information, and I guess that's what I did. I want to apologize once again for being away. Schoolwork this winter, it's just been a big mess, but I got my motivation back up, I got some energy back up. I was sick for a while, for those of you who care. So let's get started on the large knight and the double skip. So I'm gonna zoom on in and we'll go through it. Couple notes before I begin real quick. I'm now 7Q on KGS, so I'm moving up. I haven't been playing a lot. I've been made sure that when I do play, I'm playing at the top of my game, and it's really been helping. So I recommend anybody who's trying to go up a rank, just use all your time and really try to think everything through. It really makes you a lot stronger. In this video I'll be using my Florgobond from Yellow Mountain Imports, and I'm going to use my dirty single convex ghost hands. I took them to the club a couple times and they just got filthy. So I miss them. I haven't used them in a while, so I'm going to be using those. As a second note, as I said before, I'm trying to make my videos a little less often and of a little higher quality. So hopefully you felt that in the last video. And one more thing, these are just concepts. They're not meant to be taken in stone, or I'm not trying to show specific patterns, you know, that are you know, Joseki or anything like that. I'm just trying to point out different shape weaknesses and different things to think about. I know in the last video there was I showed how to cut a knight, and it would have led to an Atari. Well, again, I'm not trying to show you know, things that are to be taken as, you know, literally or anything like that. I just simply wanted to point out excuse me, some of those shape weaknesses and such. So try not to crucify me. I'm not pretending to be an expert and saying this is the way it is. I'm just showing, like I said, this is a bit of a go journal for me, so I'm just kind of showing some things that I've been working on, and hopefully it's helpful to you. And if it's not, I'm sorry. Maybe the next video or a previous video will be more helpful. That being said, let's get started with the double knight's jump. Okay. Here it's white. It's white to play, and let's say white jumps out. He's trying to box black in. Black wants to run out a little bit to give himself some space. So he decides to try the large knight. Now, how safe is a large knight? Well, a large knight is very, very effective from the second line to the third line. It's very safe and very effective. Black cannot be cut off because as white cuts, black will be able to maintain connection, and if he gets cut, black will be able to kill any white stone that cuts through here. So, I mean, let's just assume, we'll even give white a bit of an advantage here. We'll assume that white is even a little bit closer, right? And it's white's move. Can white cut it off? Well, let's see. Let's say white decides to play here to try to cut it off. All right. Black's move is simply going to be here. Whatever white does now, right? Let's, you know, black says, haha, you're cut off. Black says, "No, my friend, I'm not." Ta-da, right? So it is pretty safe there. So it's just something something to think about. So we covered the situation with Black doing a large knight this way, right? Well, what if Black were to do a large knight this way from this stone here? It's actually also completely safe as far as cutting is concerned. If White pushes down, Black simply just pushes down, and then we have a regular knight's connection, right? If White pushes down, Black will just push down also, right here, right? White can't cut, so it's a pretty safe large knight connection. There are instances where it could fail. For instance, we'll take this as an example. Black will do a large knight this way, and it's not always safe. This is an example of it getting really messy and not possibly not working so well. Again, might work, might not work, but it's not, it's messy, and there's no, I don't believe there's a real guarantee of success this way, so it's not always safe, you know, like the small knight going from 3rd to 4th line, but it is, it's an interesting thing to check out and experiment with. Let's move on to the next area of study here. Let's look at this example of a supported large knight. If you remember our last video, we did a small knight supported. Let's see what happens with a large knight supported. There are a couple things to take into consideration. The main being that this is not as safe as it looks. I believe it's also called maybe a horse's head or something like this because of the shape. It has a invariable weakness, and that weakness is this point right here. It's something to you know, always kind of be mindful when you play a move like this. Let's see if Black can maintain connection. And then you see that you know, the junk got cut off, so it's you know, not safe in most instances. Let's check out another pattern here. Let's say we gotta go back to our original position. Okay, so so we're here, right? Let's try another way. Maybe here. Let's go something like this. Black plays here, and White plays here. Again, you know, Black may maintain some type of connection, but I mean, his position is still kind of cut apart. These are, you know, just some of the various different types of patterns or whatever that go on with that. But even a reinforced Double Knight's move to the center can be cut and is pretty weak. You got to be pretty advanced to choose that move and realize the different consequences and how to work with those. So hopefully that gives you a good basic understanding of the double, the large knight. And so now we'll go over a double skip basics, and we'll call it a lesson. Here we go. So let's take a look at what happens if white is trying to surround black and black jumps out. This is the example given by Bruce Wilcox in his Contact Fights DVD or CD-ROM. Basically, any type of move from the closer you are to the edge, the safer the move is, because of the potential of, if you're cut off, usually black would be able to kill any type of move that goes in here. And the two space extension also has those benefits of it. White cannot cut black off. I guess the common way to try would be this combination right here, and then black would play here. Let's see. Oh, sorry. And white would try to play some fancy move like this. And white needs to protect his cut point like this. And black will protect this. And white says, alright, well, I'm going to try to link up over here. And black plays this move over here, and black is ahead. So black will kill these white stones and escapes out. Right? Kind of see that here. Or here. So, I mean, yeah, white did pretty good, but moral of the story, point of the matter is that black cannot be cut off from a two-space extension in a case like this. Alright, here we have a typical example of a nice two-space jump to the center. Now, if you're not familiar with the rule, at least on the side, two-stone pillar could jump 3 spaces. Well, this is a two-stone pillar this way. Is also able to jump with a two-space extension. Where are we? Right here, with a two-space extension safely. And I'll show you how white would try to cut this off and would fail. So this is something, this happens quite a bit in a game, right? You'll get some type of wall. You can safely jump 2 spaces from that, and it's a pretty awesome thing to know. So let's try to cut it off and see what happens, right? Try to do something like this, right? Okay, well, white has to pull back or he's going to get jacked here. White doesn't want to be cut this way. Alright, so it says then I'll try over here. It says, no you won't. White says, crap, I gotta pull back. And black says, connected. So, pretty awesome. Right? It's a good example of how safely to defend a two-space jump into the center. And just as a side note, before I call this an end here, I have seen professionals do this a lot. A large knight this way, and I'm assuming this is pretty safe as well, right? If white tries to cut off, right, white can't play down here because he'll get laddered. So again, this is something I'm not certain of, right? But I'm guessing in most instances this is pretty safe too. Instead of here, maybe try here, and then black could just play up. And I guess that would be a way to cut it off, maybe, you know, something like that. But I've seen that quite a bit in professional games lately, so maybe I'll try to do a little bit more experiment with this one. But it does not have the due to 2 score of approval just yet, but I've used it before and it's worked pretty cool for me. So it's something else to think of. Maybe a large knight. I'm guessing this is probably quite a bit safer, right? If you could do a 2-space jump this way, maybe a jump from this is pretty safe too. I don't know, but that's what I'm working on. Hopefully these little tips and tricks that I got from Bruce Wilcox be a little helpful for you guys, and just something else to think about and work on. Any questions, comments, feel free to leave them. I try my best to respond to everything. I'm actually getting quite a bit of them, so, and YouTube keeps changing their format, so it's making it harder and harder for me to realize you know, the questions. Your better luck would be to send me like an email through YouTube or a private message or something like that, and it's much more likely if you need a response, I'll respond to you. Otherwise, just keep posting your comments and I'll do the best I can. That's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this is useful for you. Got some interesting stuff planned for the future, so hopefully we'll keep that interesting. Alright guys, thanks. I'll see you next time.